Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Chodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom. Hey, Shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwa. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, hey, bringing forth a lesson that came through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. I was just combing through some information, and this is known. I mean, this is not something that's a secret, but needless to say, there's a rat infestation, all right, over here in Boston, and it's not just over here. You know, as you would imagine, it's throughout all these major cities, throughout Babylon the Great. All right, and even in these countrysides. You know, I've seen videos online, you know, where these farmers are actually having a rat infestation issue as well. You know, invading their crops, all up in their farms. You know, all up in the you know, underneath certain locations in the farm. You know, where they're storing food or what have you, or wood. You know, and they're using I forgot what they're called. They're using they're doing it in they're getting rid of the rats in a natural way. They're using another rodent to do it. I forgot the name of it. It's like, it's kind of long with a tail. Oh my goodness, what's the name of it? It's at the tip of my tongue. Lord willing, they'll come to me. I forgot the name of them. Ah, slips my mind. But needless to say, yeah, man, the Lord is plaguing Babylon the Great. This is just a form of a plague. This rat infestation, all right, it's just a form of a plague that the Lord has sent. You know, as it's written, the Lord will send plagues on Egypt as before, man. Okay, and Esau in his pride, you know, I got a few clips I'm going to share with you, beloved Akiyam and Akwa. He thinks he's going to be able to slow down, if not stop, if not slow down this issue, this situation. But this is beyond his control, you know, because just like ancient Egypt, the Lord sent the Lord sent frogs, right? He sent frogs on Egypt. That was part of the plagues that he sent, right? He also sent the those insects that destroy crops. What are the name of those insects, man? Not the moth. If one of you brothers on the comment, but help me out with that. What's that insect? Oh my goodness, I'm throwing brain fart this morning. The locust. Okay, the Lord sent a plague of the locust on them. You see, so Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai slowly but surely destroyed the economy of ancient Egypt. Okay, he attacked its infrastructure. You see, and ultimately those plagues were a major part of the fall of Egypt. Okay, that was part of their crumbling. You see, so the Lord's doing the same thing now. And look at the mindset of these people. They're morally degraded. Okay, the Lord's aid and the Lord's attacking this infrastructure. You see, and ultimately, he's destroying this whole entire system, slowly but surely. All right, and it's funny. Again, I got some clips. Esau thinks he's gonna be able to stop these rats. Nah, man, you ain't gonna be able to stop these rats. And the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, real quick, in verse 5, and it reads, "Plagues are sent unto you And what is he that may drive them away, man? As a matter of fact, let me start from verse 1. It reads, woe unto, 2nd Ezra 16:1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon. Okay, and Asia, as we know, Babylon and Asia, they're joined at the hip. Okay, look, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria, man. So all you heathen are gonna get it. Look, jumping down to verse 5. Plagues are sent unto you. And what is he that may drive them away, man? All right, and these rats are a form of a plague that's being sent by the Lord. Okay, this is why it's so out of control. I got this clip. Let me get this clip. I got a couple of clips. Let me see here. Let me get this one first.
I'm Boston 25 News reporter Drew Caritas in the North End, where we're getting our first look at new technology being deployed in the city of Boston to kill rats and monitor rodent activity in sewers and in alleys and other public spaces, and could change the way Boston takes aim on the growing rodent population.
You can see that there's two different types of traps that are in here.
Underneath the manhole covers along the Italian Mecca on Hanover Street, smart digital technology is being tested by the city of Boston to stop rats in their tracks, killing them instantly.
There's a pin back here, so they have to travel up through and physically hit this. And when they do,
Jeffrey Weisberg with A1 Exterminators was selected by the city of Boston for the first major deployment of these mechanical sewer traps in the United States. The pilot program involves 27 of these traps in the North End, some installed more than 25 feet deep.
the rodents basically have no way to get by the trap. And so when they go in, they physically have to trigger them.
The technology already being used in some European countries sends a communication signal via Bluetooth, resulting in a notification every time a rat perishes, which has happened about 60 times in 60 days.
We're actually able to pinpoint and use the data to make decisions on what we're going to do.
There's just rats running all over the place. I mean, they're huge. They look like kittens.
North End neighbor Mike O'Brien is waiting to see if this innovative technology and newly installed rodent-resistant trash cans will reduce those rodent sightings, but has his doubts because of the heaps of loose garbage on trash pickup days.
Just figure it out. I don't care what you do.
A1 Exterminators is also working with the city to install new surface traps in Chinatown next month, equipped with a CO2 cylinder that fires a non-toxic piston. And for the first time ever, the city is measuring the rodent population itself, with more than 250 sensors installed citywide.
We are currently in the middle of trying to understand what our baseline is. How many rodents are we actually seeing at these hotspots?
Boston Inspectional Services Commissioner Tanya Del Rio says that data is currently being gathered from the sensors that track rodent heat signals as the city crafts new neighborhood interventions in the months ahead with other high-tech tools.
So we're really excited about our new Burrow RX machines. They utilize carbon dioxide, which actually smokes the burrows.
She would like to see more neighborhoods containerize their trash to cut down on the bi-weekly feeding frenzy happening on Boston sidewalks.
We cannot exterminate our way out of this issue, really.
The city is in the process of collecting feedback from residents, particularly in tightly packed neighborhoods like the North End here, the South End, and Beacon Hill, where there isn't room in many apartment buildings for trash bins. Some neighbors are suggesting that the city stop allowing people to leave trash out the night before pickup. In the North End, Drew Caritas, your local station, Boston 25 News.
All right, hey, you heard the stats on that technology they're using to take them out. They're saying what is monitoring maybe 60 rats every 60 days. That's only a rat a day. Hey, there's thousands of these niggas, man. All right, Esau's out of his mind if he thinks he's gonna be able to. There's hundreds of thousands of these niggas, man. These or more. Hey, this is of the Lord. These rat, this plague of the rat is of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And again, it's happening all over Babylon. Hey, and in Europe. You heard them because this technology they're using it in Europe. Because Europe's having this issue too. Okay, which is part of the beast system. Because the Lord got his scopeo on these Edomites, man. Here we go. We here. The Lord's sending them plagues, man. And it's out of control. Esau's not going to be able to exterminate his way out of this, man. Okay? But he's proud, remember, so he thinks he's going to be able to. Okay? But what does the scripture say? I got another clip I'm going to share with you, beloved Akiam and Akwath as well. This precept just came to mind, though, when I was playing that video. Let me see. I think that's Lamentations. The 3rd chapter. Yeah, here it goes. The book of Lamentations, chapter 3 and verse 37, real quick. Who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass, when the Lord commanded it not? Okay? It's not in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's best interest to stop these plagues from coming. Again, once they're sent, they're not gonna draw back. You see? And remember, the Lord sent 10 plagues upon Egypt. All right, with the final finale being the plague of death. Okay, in the form of the death angel being Yahweh Shai coming over Egypt and taking out every firstborn of everything. Okay, and that's gonna be a climax in this movie, real time. All right, when the missiles fly and Yahweh Shai returns. Right, but let's get this clip real quick. It's only gonna get worse from here on out. It's not gonna get better. But the thing is, what's heavy about this, and I'm gonna show you, you know, at the end of the lesson, Lord willing, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai allows it to be, you know, understood that, you know, with these plagues, which you beloved Akiam and Akwath of the hopeful elect understand, this is cohesive with our salvation. These plagues being sent. This is how this thing's gonna play out. Plagues are gonna be sent, and just like in ancient Egypt, all we got to do is sit back and watch. You see? As Yahweh Bashim Yahushai exercises his judgment upon our enemies, man. Let's get this clip. This one's quick. It's like 2 minutes long. Where is it at? Is it right here? Yeah, this is the one right here. Still in Boston, right?
Not yet. I'm keeping a clear eye, though, I'll tell you. It is no secret that food, mainly left out in our trash, is the driving force behind this rat problem. Not yet. I'm keeping a clear eye, though, I'll tell you. It is no secret that food, mainly left out in our trash, is the driving force behind this rat problem. But, you know, the goal now is to better contain our trash.
These are our new rat-resistant trash cans. Boston is a home for everyone, except for rats.
Boston Mayor Michelle Wu rolling out one of many steps the city is taking as part of its Boston Rodent Action Plan, which involves a cross-department collaboration that's using technology like rodent sensors to collect data about the problem. The plan also aims to change the way the city collects trash with the public's help. At a virtual meeting tonight, the city's rat task force sought feedback from residents.
We have the challenge of not having space for trash bins. You know, very few homes on Beacon Hill have that kind of space.
That makes containers a challenge. It's a similar problem for renters and owners in the North End and Back Bay. So residents suggest eliminating the practice of putting out bag trash the night before pickup.
Putting your trash out at 5 p.m. and I have seen the trash collections go all the way until 3 p.m. the next day. That is the net 22-hour food buffet for the rats.
The message from the city, if you've got a rat problem or see an obvious trash problem, they want to know about it.
Especially commercial trash being overflowing, mishandled. Please report to 311, and we usually have a code enforcement officer inspecting it within about 12 hours of every case that comes in. So please utilize that tool.
Again, 311 is the number to call. And by the way, the city also said tonight that it has almost completely installed 275 rat sensors throughout the city. Those are being used to catalog where rat activity is the greatest. We are live in the North End. I'm Mary Slatter, WCVB.
And you know it's upon when Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, that starts waging war on you. All right? Now he's waging war on rats, man. Oh, man. Kala Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, this is beautiful, man. Let's go ahead. Golly. And the Lord's doing it, man. He said he'll do it. He said he'll bring the calamity upon Esau the time he should visit him, you know, which is going to come in his climax in the form of those missiles, of course, you know, but ultimately, you know, Esau's in a position where he's in between a rock and a hard place, You know, because as he's trying to bring forth this new diabolical world, all right, that he's fantasizing about in the form of this fourth industrial revolution, he has to work with this this is the foundation he's working with. All right, a rat infested foundation, man. Okay, so that's another problem he's got to rectify, you know, before he can bring forth these dream cities. Okay. And these rats are gonna be eating through that insulin, man, through them wires, through those fiber optic wires, man. You know, because these wires, they use like a soy base. They use soy based ingredients, you know, to insulate these wires, man. And them rodents love that shit. You know, so this is all part of the process of the plagues, man. Okay, Esau's he's in between a rock and a hard place. All right, he's waging war on rats, man. So, man, war on terror, war on drugs, war on Jake. You see how he's going down now, getting in and out. War on rats, man. It's the Lord. The Lord's doing it. The Wadi Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And again, this is cohesive with our salvation. These plagues being sent. This is a plague. This is a plague, man. And even old girl said in the first video, we're not going to be able to exterminate ourselves out of this. You see, this thing is severe, man. All right. Esau, the Lord got you. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and verse 10. And it reads, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Who's the Lord's people? Israel, are so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, right? And speckled birds, Israelites that may look like the other nations, all right? But due to the curse of Deuteronomy 28 and 64, you know, we've been scattered into all nations, and some Israelites take on the look of the heathens, okay? We have to qualify that. Some Israelites take on the looks of heathen, but they are Israelites, all right? Their bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and their spirit will testify to that, you know? But anyways, let's read this again. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 10, and it reads, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, right? As we dwell in the land of the shadow of death, right? The land without any order. This low land, low morally in every way, shape, and form. America, right? Our people are being destroyed here. Look, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. All right, and this is talking to spiritual Egypt. All right, America. This is not talking to ancient Egypt, which is modern day Iraq. This is talking to the spiritual Egypt, which would be America, whether if you believe that or not. All right, look at verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand, Yahweh Shai, and a stretched out arm, Yahweh Shai, right? And smite Egypt with plagues as before. All right, bringing credence to what? It's talking to a different Egypt, which will be this one, the spiritual one, right? And will destroy all the land thereof, bringing further proof that it's not talking about ancient Egypt. All right, because the land is not destroyed over there. Okay, so as you can see, this is how, and them plagues being sent is cohesive with our salvation. Okay, this is beautiful, man. It's a token that the Lord's visiting the world which he made. His spirit is dwelling. He's making things happen. He's working. You know, whether you can see that or not. All right. And let me see. Let me get this. Let's go to let's get a couple more to the spirit. Let's get Jeremiah 16. It's been a while since this came out. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, and verse 14, it reads, therefore, let me see. Yeah, I'll start for verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. All right, which is talking about ancient Egypt. But the Lord liveth, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. All right, which is talking to this northwestern hemisphere, America, where we've been gathered together. Both kingdoms have been gathered together, pursuant to Jeremiah. You see 50 and that, what's that, 50 and 33? You see that? This is going to be the major gathering of the tribes right here in the land of the north. Why do you think the majority of us are here? It's all in efforts to fulfill prophecy for that destruction, all right, and for that salvation, all right? This is the melting pot for that. Look, at continuing on. And from all the lands whither he had driven them, because we've been scattered. This backs up Matthew, the book of Matthew, chapter 24. The Lord's going to send his angels throughout all four corners of the earth to gather his elect, right? And will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers, man. All right, and at that point, that's going to be Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai cutting down the high tree, all right, which is evil Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. As a matter of fact, let's go get that. That's the spirit Ezekiel. I believe that's Ezekiel, the 21st or second chapter. Let me see something real quick. Ezekiel 21. No, it's not Ezekiel 21. Where's that? Bear with me. Ezekiel 17. Why I think that was Ezekiel 21? The book of Ezekiel, chapter 17. I'm going to go straight to the point. In verse 24, and it reads, and all the trees of the field shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, and people are likened unto the trees. All right, matter of fact, let's prove that real quick. When you go to the book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse 24, and this is after Yahushai did a miracle with that, the blind man, and he was able to see again. And this is what the blind man said. Mark 8 and 24, and it reads, and he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking. You see, so it's parabolic talk when you see. So men can be likened unto trees. It's cold talk. All right, look at Ezekiel 17 and 24. And all the trees of the field shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, have brought down the high tree, all right, which is evil Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, have exalted the low tree, right, the nation of Israel, have dried up the green tree, right? Remember, he spread himself, all right, like a green bay tree, I believe it's written, right, casting that shadow over everybody, right? Which allowed him to push forth all his deception and all his philosophies. But anyways, and have made the dry tree to flourish, right? I, the Lord, and that's the spirit, because when you go into the word Zion, all right, it goes into a parched place as well. All right, and we're being watered with this word, all right, giving water to this tree, this dry tree that's now flourishing, man. Kala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. I, the Lord Yahweh, have spoken and have done it. Okay, so we're just we're literally witnessing prophecy unfold. You see, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is drying Esau out in the form of these plagues that he's sending upon him. Let me go to the comment board real quick. I'm gonna have to close out through the spirit. Bear with me. I know the brother Kazak been posting. Let me see if I can get something here and we will. Through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Hey, shalom to you, beloved Aki Aminakwaf on the comment board, and I'll be tuning in later. Hey, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Barakatham to you and your family, man. Yeah, man, rats big as kids, man. And Esau can't stop him. Let me see here. Oh, and this is part of the curses too. Did the brother put it up? When you go to Deuteronomy 28, and what is it? I think it's verse 17, right? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick before I get the I brought a precept or two from the brother. Deuteronomy 28 and 16, it reads this: cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. And remember, it tells us in Deuteronomy 30 and 7, right, that all these curses are going to go upon our enemies and those that hate us, Esau. So we're seeing the curse is actually starting to touch this dude too. You see? And there's no way he can escape him. That black cloud is over him. You see, he can't shake it. All right? No technology can get you out of this one, E. All right, let's see what the brother put up. My beloved brother, Kazak Ban Yahweh, the Shalom, beloved Akia. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Barakatah, to all you beloved Akim and Akwath on the comment board, and again, that are going to be tuning in later. Let's see here. Yeah, Khan, there you go. Woo, Khan, brother. Psalms 37. I'm going to have to go there. We'll close out with this. The water, Ak. There it goes. Psalms 37 and 35. But what I'm going to do... Now I gotta start up. That's cold. The water, Ak. Khan. Yep, we'll jump down. I'm going to start up, then jump down. The book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 1, and it reads, it's a Psalm of David, a beloved warrior, king, prophet, right? Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Why? For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Okay, so ultimately, Yahweh Shai is going to mow evil E down. That's going to be the end game for dude. You see? We're not to be envious of this nigga. Okay? This man is in a position, he's cursed. Okay? They were cursed people. There's nothing to envy. You see? There's nothing to envy. Now jumping down to verse 35. I have seen the wicked in great power. Right? The wicked being Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. Pursuing the Malachi 1 and 4. Job 9 and 24. And the proof is in the pudding. All you got to do is look around and see. All right? That this is clean leper running around everywhere, committing all these abominations and atrocities, man. All right? He leaves a track record. You can go on Google and look it all up. Via Wikipedia, the Smithsonian. It's there. Because in his pride, he keeps a track record of all his wickedness, man. You see? That's why when he goes hunting, what's he do? He hangs up the heads, okay, a buffalo and different beasts that he's killed. Bears. He's got a tiger carpet. You know, this is what this dude is. This is what this dude does, right? But it's testifying against him. Let's continue on. All right. The book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 35. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. You see? Because this nigga has what? Been able to conquer from sea to shining sea. Casting a shadow over all the people. Okay? But pushing forth his philosophies, his wickedness, his ideologies. But now, guess what? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is lifted now, covering cast off of the faces of the people and the nations. All right? Pursuant to, what's that? Isaiah, is that Isaiah 25? If I'm not mistaken, this nigga's being found out. All right, to be a complete loser. Okay, he has shame for glory. All right, he's supposed to be at his pinnacle, but the nigga's looking crazy. Everyone's giving him that side eye, like when you know when nigga ain't right. You know, that's what the nation. Everyone's looking at this dude like, yo, this nigga, something wrong with this dude. We got to figure something out. You know what I mean? To cut him off. Anyway, verse 36. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yeah, I saw him, but he could not be found. Beautiful. The water Kazak, man. You brought this chapter to mind, man. This is a heavy chapter. You see, ultimately, evil is going to be chased out of the world. That's his end game. He's going to be chased out of the world, man. And brought very low. All right, very, very low. And yeah, Esau, you're going to be in the kingdom. Okay, but unlike the other nations, unlike the other heathen nations, you have an expiration date. Okay, pursuing the Obadiah 1 and 18, man. So yeah, okay, that's all I got. I got to get to the plantation. You already know. You already know how it goes. Hey, Lord willing, you were edified. Lord willing, you were spiritually fed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Hey, the plagues have been sent. And who is he that can turn them away, man? Esau is in between a rock and a hard place. He's through Akiyam and Akwaf. Let's relish in this moment, okay? And watching our arch enemy crumble and fall right before our eyes, man. This is beautiful, man. Relish in this, man. Man. I'm leaving you with that. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Chodash. A double honors to the beloved elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Shalom.